Hey everyone, and welcome to Boston Auto Vlog. You are joining me on a little bit of an adventure today. As you can tell, I am at Aston Martin of Boston to check out a very special vehicle. That is right, the new DBX 707. Behind that building over there, there is a 707 parked that I will be test driving today. Aston Martin of Boston was kind enough to invite me down here to check this vehicle out. Even though I'm not a client, still means a heck of a lot to get that invitation, and I definitely was not going to pass up this opportunity. So I'm going to go inside, sign some paperwork, get the key, and let's see what the DBX 707 is made of. Check out the interior of this DBX. Got the sports seats with the carbon fiber inlay. That is beautiful to look at. Of course, I do have the key, so we're gonna get ready for this test drive. Unbelievable. All right, so we're now on the clock doing a quick test drive in the new DBX 707. This is pretty nice. Now, it's been a year since I drove the regular DBX, and what I remember from that test drive was that the DBX felt like a Grand Tour. It felt like a lifted Vantage, and it was nice and smooth. It was exactly what you want in a premium luxury crossover. But I think a lot of people are hoping that Aston Martin can really have a true competitor to the Urus, to the Bentley Bentayga, blow them away in terms of performance, and that's what I'm hoping here for the 707. Now, Aston Martin stiffened the suspension up front by about 50%. And what's interesting here is that you feel that when it comes to the steering input, when it comes to the handling, but that doesn't really change up the way this car feels on the road, the way it goes over the bumps. It's actually rather interesting that for a crossover with 23-inch wheels, that it seems to ride smooth. This feels fantastic on the road. It's like being in a sports car, but you are higher up off the ground. Oh my gosh, that is insane. Now you do feel the turbo lag. There is a significant turbo lag there. Unlike the DBX I had reviewed last year. Oh my gosh. This thing is insane. It's incredible. Now I think some people could make the argument, or at least raise the question, that is this what an Aston Martin should be? But I'm going to say this is what an Aston Martin needs to be in 2022 heading into 2023. Mostly because I think it really comes back to the Mercedes-Benz technology, because everyone wants to say that, you know, the Bentley Bentayga is nicer in that way when it comes to technology. But I think when it comes to performance, this is where Aston Martin can really turn some heads. And the fact that you actually have this power at your disposal, while at the same time still having more of a laid-back driving experience, and somehow they're able to blend both driving dynamics at the same time, where it still feels like a Grand Tour, but at the press of a gas pedal or flooring it, it then just becomes a monster. And it's not like the American muscle crossovers like the Durango Hellcat, or even from Jeep as well with the SRT. It's not like that. It's not like a muscular vehicle in that sense. It still retains its British heritage, while at the same time still being very responsive in a way that a lot of competitors haven't yet managed to figure out. Now, I think in the last video that I did on the DBX, I brought up the Porsche Cayenne GTS. I felt that the GTS was a very raw vehicle with its V8, that the way the power management was, it was raw. With the DBX, it's a whole different proposition, because you're going to notice that it's smooth when you are just cruising around, and then it roars to life. And I actually like this a bit more. Now, I think where some enthusiasts are going to be questioning what the driving dynamics are seriously like if you don't have the opportunity to drive one is does it feel mechanical rather than technologically driven? And that's a big talking point right now, because technology is the way forward, and we're seeing that whether it is sports cars or crossovers like this. I personally love the handling and steering input of this vehicle. It gives you a lot of feedback in the corners, and there is a stiffness there. And I definitely like that as an enthusiast, as somebody who is really aspiring to own a car like this. And I think that's why the Aston Martin DBX 707 has a great opportunity of really spoiling the party for the Lamborghini Urus, while also really setting the tone for where the premium luxury performance crossover market has to go. Because the fact that you have this much power, this much comfort as well, even with these sports seats, also love the carbon fiber inlay on this car. This really is a statement to a lot of brands and also the market in general. I think this is a huge leap forward for Aston Martin, but also I'm going to say this. I think this is exactly what the DBX should have been the minute it was unveiled, that we needed this power. We need more performance. We need more aggressiveness. And I think that the 707 is definitely going to grab the attention of buyers who are in this market, because I gotta be honest, just as I've said before with other Aston Martins I have reviewed, I don't really necessarily care about the technology. That's not something I'm gonna be focusing on. The fact that I have a vehicle that is really keeping me fully engaged and I'm enjoying this driving experience, this isn't like the regular DBX. The regular DBX, I think it's for a completely different customer. You're looking at premium luxury. This is more of a vehicle that it's all about the performance, it's all about the driving dynamics, and more importantly, it's keeping you on the edge of your seat at all times. Now, one thing to note here, since I did put it in Sport Plus mode, the suspension is also in Sport Plus, and it's soft. I'm not saying it's cushiony. It's not like I don't want to really compare these two brands back to back, but it's not like a Volvo, where Volvo is just you're riding on a cloud. But this also isn't like a BMW M4 either, where you have that stiff suspension and you're gonna feel those bumps. You're gonna feel every single imperfection in the road. This is like a great combination. It's just perfect the way it is, the way the suspension is, where you can actually have it in Sport Plus and not feel those bumps and not get tired of it on a longer drive. It's rather remarkable how Aston Martin was able to balance both, but also not compromise what the DBX has been offering to consumers for the past 2 years. That this is actually a leap forward, and there is no compromise. Oh my God. The handling. That is insane. A crossover should not handle like that. Oh my gosh. That's ludicrous. That is ludicrous. The 9-speed wet clutch is really a great addition to this vehicle. incredible. This thing is just, I mean, look at it too. 23-inch wheels. It's so sinister, especially in this color. And then what I do want to show you guys is just take a look at the front end of this car. How wide it is, but also changing up the daytime running lights. It looks so sinister. It looks amazing. It really does. Incredible. Once again, thank you to Aston Martin of Boston for letting me take this car out just for a few minutes to really fully experience it. So just got back from the test drive. Unbelievable crossover. I'm basically left speechless at this point. It is a very beautiful vehicle. It's a beast on the road, performs incredibly well, and I think for sure is a step up over from the regular DBX I reviewed last year. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram at Boston Autoblog so you can see what I'm up to and what vehicles I'll be featuring or test driving in the future. And I will see you guys next time.